Hi, welcome to this tutorial on Spring. In this video, I'm going to explain the dependency injection with the real life example. So, dependency injection is the basic concept that is Spring is based upon. So, dependency injection is about to provide the loose coupling between the modules, to remove the loose coupling between the modules, and to remove the hard-coded dependency between the module. So in Java, we generally create object using the new keywords. So to remove the hard-coded new keywords from the classes, from the business classes, and to provide the loose coupling such that none of the class is tight coupled with the other classes. So that is the basic concept of a Spring dependency injection. So let's create a small project in using Spring. So let's say we have this project. Let's create some package here. Let's com.service. So we should have a service package. Then we have a DO package. So let's create an order service. So I'm going to create an order system. So let's create an order object. This should be a class. So in this example, I'm actually going to explain how the classes are getting tight coupled and how Spring is handling those things. So let's create a service class, service interface. We have a order service, and let's create an implementation class, and let's create a method here. Should be public void create order, and here we should implement this interface. Uh, okay, so now let's create some DOA classes. So DO classes is to interact with the DB database. So here in this project, I will not be getting any interaction with the DB, but I'm going to hard coded the things. So it should be order DAO. It should be order DO IMPI. Okay, so we have this application now. So we have a service layer, DO layer model, and this project is about any simple order service that we have. Let's say we have some private int ID and private int type. It should be string. Okay, so so as we know, in the service class we need the object of the DO class. So this DO class will create an object. So here it will save the object into DB. So we need the object of DO class in our service classes. So to way to get the object in our implementation class is normally what we normally follow. Let's say this is not a Spring application, so we can create a order service here, order DO object. Okay, so order DO IMPL. So so we hard coded this dependency here. So to get the object from the DO layer, we generally hard code the thing into our service layer, or what we can, what else we can do to get the object into our service class is we can create the object into our constructor. So let's say we have a constructor here, default constructor. So we can create the object here also. So in this way we can create the object. So here we can put the null. So this is another way to create the object into the service class. So by creating the object like this, we are creating a tight coupling between order service implementation class and DOA classes. So in this way, those classes are very tight coupled. So what else we can do this to improve this? We can create a factory pattern. So let's create a factory class. Okay, let's create a factory package. Keep the name of the class as the order service, order factory. Okay, so in this class we can create a function like public void. Okay, we can create we can return the object. So get object, let's create a function as a get object, and here we can pass a string of, and here we can compare the string. Let's say if obj dot equals order do, so we can return new ampere, else we can return null value. So this is a factory class which will accept a string, and then based upon the string we can get the object whatever we want. So in this case we are passing object DAO. It means we need the object DAI MPL object. So in other scenario, if we pass, let's say we are passing object service. So in this way we can get the order service IMPL. So whatever object that we want from we want to create, or we need some object in our application, so we can get it from the factory class. So it should be order service. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, so this is the another way to get the objects into our classes. So we can remove this hard-coded dependency here, so that we had hard-coded here. So again, using the factory pattern, we created a factory class, and then we can use this factory class anywhere uh, in our application. So this is another way to get the object from the factory class and to remove the type coupling between the modules. But again, actually, the problem is when the number of objects getting increases, then the for example, this is a very small example. Like here, I have one object, one model object as an order. When we have lots of entities and lots of classes, then we need to create a lot of factory classes, and then again there will be lot of objects will be getting created. So to handle those situations, Spring provide us a better way to achieve using dependency injection. So the idea about the dependency injection is here. If let's say we have, let's take the same example. So here we had this dependency here. So we just create a dependency. We just, if you want any of the object, any of the type, or any of the abstraction in any of our class, so we just declare those abstraction. It may be interface, it may be a normally it will be an interface, and so we can dynamically pass a different type if we are using interfaces. So here, if we are here we just need to, using the Spring, we just need to declare those dependency whatever we need into our classes, and then we can provide, there are some way to get the object. We don't have to hard code the object, we don't have to hard code even in our factory classes. If you see the factory class, even there also we have hard coded the object. We are using a new keyword, but using Spring we don't have to worry about these object creations, and even the object description, this will be handled by the Spring framework. So what we have to do is we need to just declare the objects, we need to declare the abstractions. So in here you see we need to declare the abstraction, and then we need to provide the setter and getter methods. Or there is a one other way to do it. We have some constructor injection also. So this is, we just need to give the setter and getter methods, and then we need to declare all those dependency in our XML files. So if we are using Spring, so this is the basic idea behind the Spring, how Spring works. We need to create the XML file. So if you see here, we have how many classes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 classes are there. So we need to declare all 4 classes, all 4 beans into our XML file. So that we call the XML based configuration. So if we are using XML based configuration, so we need to put all those classes as a bean into our XML file, and then those XML file, those object of those bean will be getting created while our application loads. So whenever we create a XML file and put all beans there, all objects there that we need to our application, so those objects will be getting created while application loads. So we don't have to worry about the object creation, and those objects will be handled by Spring, and destruction of the object will be handled by the Spring. So to get the object from any of the XML file, we need to get it from the factory of object. So Spring has the factory to get the object. So using that factory we have to get the object, and we can use those objects into our DO class, controller classes, service classes, anywhere else. So that's the idea behind the Spring dependency injection. So Spring is very powerful about this dependency injection feature. So this feature, this Spring IOC, is the core concept of the Spring framework. All other modules of the Spring are dependent on this Spring Core feature. So we have different module of the Spring. We have Spring Core module, Spring DAO module. So Spring Core, that is I'm going to complete in this tutorial. So then again I will start with the other modules also. So we have DO layer that will interact with the DB. We have AOP, aspect oriented programming. That is a very powerful feature to handle the common things, transactions and security. We have a web embassy, Spring based transactions, and Spring have lot of other features. It is well integrated with the others frameworks and other modules. So that's about the dependency injection. Hope you understand. You got some basic idea about the dependency injection, how it works. So in last couple of video, I'm going to create the projects in Spring, and I'm going to explain each and every concept of the Spring IOC. And that's about this for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.